Standard 6, Subject English, Lesson number 4.2, The Story of Gautam's Quest. Before I start this lesson, dear children, I would like to give you a short introduction related to this lesson. The lesson throws light on Gautam's journey in quest of the truth of his life. The journey which begins with a question: what is the cause of sorrow? The quiz ends when he finds the answer that the root of all cause of sorrows is desire. The cure for all sorrow is to give up all your desire and adopt the right living thing in your life. This was the short introduction related to this lesson. As you can see the subparagraph of the lesson here, I start. Gautam the Buddha was born over 2500 years ago. So Gautam Buddha was born 2500 years ago as Prince Siddhant, and his name was as Prince Siddhant. His first name was Prince Siddhant. He was the son of a king, Raja Siddhodana, and he was the son of the Raja Siddhodana. He was born on the sacred day of Vaishak Purnima at Lumbini, situated near the city of Kalpila Vastu. And he was born on the sacred day. Sacred day means a holy day. That day was very precious day, and he was born on that day, Vaishak Purnima, at Lumbini, situated near the city of Kalpila Vastu. 7 days after his birth, now 7 days after his birth, when the Gautam Buddha has taken birth, after the 7 days his mother Maya Devi passed away. So after the 7 days the Siddharth mother Maya Devi has passed away. It was prophesied. Now what is meant by prophesied? Prophesied means to reveal by the divine inspiration. So it was prophesied at his birth that the infant would grow to be either a great Chakravarti, an emperor, or a sannyasi. So it was just prophesied of the childbirth that it might be grow and become a great Chakravarti of his emperor, or become a great sannyasi. A renunciate. Now what is mean by renunciate? One who formally give up something. So it was renunciate who would bring comfort to thousands of lots of souls. So it was just plan for the future of this small child that it might be become a great emperor for his kingdom, or become a great sannyasi who will bring comfort for thousands of lots of souls, who will provide the right guidance to thousands of souls to his way. Let's move to the next paragraph of the lesson. The king was determined. Now, what is meant by determined? Determined means having made a firm decision and bring resolve not to change it. So, the king was determined to prevent his beloved son from renouncing. Now, what is the meaning of renouncing? Renouncing means to give up the refuse or resign, usually by the formal declaration the world. So here the king has determined to prevent his beloved son from renouncing the world. From the world he want to save his child, because he heard that it might be become a sannyasi. Because of that the king was determined to prevent his beloved son. He surrounded the prince with every imaginable luxury. Now what is mean by imaginable? Possible to imaginable. So the king has surrounded each and every facility which we can't imaginable. So he has surrounded the prince with every imaginable luxury and comfort. He has provided each facility for his son. It is said that the king had three magnificent palaces. Now, what is meant by magnificent? Magnificent means extravagant and beautiful. So, it is said that the king was having three beautiful, magnificent palaces, one of each season. So it was having one of the each season according to the season why it has maintained the palaces of the year, and in the beautiful atmosphere, and it was made in the beautiful atmosphere of these royal mansions. Now what is meant by mansions? Mansions means a large practical house. So it was such a huge and royal mansion over there which Prince Siddharth father has made for his son. Prince Siddhant leave his secret. Now, what is meant by secret? Secret means isolated, far from everything. So, the Prince Siddharth live his secreted, protected life according to his father, because his father has given every facility and provide each and every things to his son to protect his life. Let's move to the next paragraph of the lesson. In good time, the prince was married to one of the most beautiful girls of the Ram, Princess Yashodhara, the daughter of the Kolian kings. So the Prince Siddharth married to the beautiful girl whose name was Yashodhara. So she was the daughter of the Kolian king. Soon a son Rahul was born to them. So after marriage to Yashodhara, the Siddharth became a father, and soon a son born whose name was Rahul. At the age of 29, Siddharth went out to see his kingdom and to meet his subjects. So when Siddharth when became 29-year old, so one day he decided to went out and to see his kingdom and to meet his people, because every time he was inside his emperor, he never went outside and he don't know what is going outside. So once he decided to visit his kingdom and meet to his subject, he beheld what the Buddhist books call the four signs, witnesses to the impermanence. Now what is meant by impermanence? Impermanence means not lasting definitely. So it was the Buddhist book called the force and witness the impermanence of the world. So Prince Siddharth was not knowing anything what is going outside, so he when decided to meet his kingdom and his subject, so he is going to experience new thing, because first he was only surrounded to his kingdom, he was not went out anytime, because whatever facility or whatever thing he was required, he was provided in that palaces, so he never went outside. So because of this, the witness of impermanence of the world was unknown to the Prince Siddharth. Let's move to the next paragraph of the lesson. He saw an old man. So when Prince Siddharth went outside from his kingdom, so what he saw a old man, a diseased man, a dead man, and a monk. A monk means a religious man who gives up all his luxury and lives apart from others. So he saw such kind of people, and there entered into his heart. So all this, when Prince Siddharth sees, so all these things entered into his heart. He was not feeling good. A vision of dukkha, the world sorrow. What is the way out of the world sorrow? So when Prince Siddharth see all this problem and the people are facing such kind of things, so he was not feeling good. All these things enter to in his heart and vision of a dukkha. So he was not able to understand how he react. So he was very confused and asking question by himself only, that what is the vision of dukkha, what is the world sorrow, what is the way out of the world sorrow, so how all this problem can be solved. He asked himself rapidly, so he was asking question by himself rapidly. The unanswerable question. Now what is mean by unanswerable? Unanswerable means the question which could not be answered. So when the Prince Siddharth see all this problem from his eyes, and he was hurted by itself, and he was finding to know what is dukh is, what is sorrow, and he was not able to answer all this question. So Prince Siddharth led him to renounce worldly life, leave his wife and son, and set out in the quest of the truth of the life. So when he was not able to answer, he questioned what the question he was asking rapidly by himself. So he renounced the comfort of the palaces, the worldly life. He left his wife Yashodhara and son Rahul and set out on a journey to find the quest of the truth of his life. So he went outside to find the answer of his questions. Because of that, he has left all his facility, even he has left his son and wife also. Dear children, hope you all understood the first part of this lesson. Thank you.